Wow, wasn't this shot prophetic? Who would have thought this would describe people for the next couple of years? This has a perfect look for 3D. Lots of hard, sharp edges. Everywhere there are rectangles and pipes. 3D loves a junkyard, and these cities are rolling in junk. The movie starts with these metal monsters chasing each other, and then segues into characters chasing each other through the belly of these beasts. All of it beautiful and stunning to behold in 3D. When I first saw a commercial for this movie, I thought, wasn't this an old Monty Python joke? There's a skit in one of their movies that has cities attacking each other like boats at sea. My reaction was one of bemusement. Someone made a serious movie on that old joke. But as it turns out, there's an actual book series that this is based on. I watched this in 2 sittings, curious how it looked and wanting to check if it would play on my Region A player, which it does. I put it on late, only intending to watch a few minutes. Instead, I was transfixed and ended up watching about half that first night before forcing myself to bed. And the next day, I eagerly put it back on, and I loved that first hour so much, I just played it from the beginning again. And loved what I had already seen just as much as I did the first time. Now, that choice may have colored my impressions of this movie. You see, the first half is fantastic and does a great job of revealing this weird mobile world and introduces a mystery of this weird C-3PO from hell character that is brutally hunting down our lead. So by taking this pause, I was able to spend a day thinking of this movie as the best thing ever. Later, in the second half, the movie sort of rushes to a sadly typical action movie showdown finale, with our stalker robot plotline kind of fizzling out, and although we do get to spend some time learning that robot's backstory, which is both sad and fascinating in a Blade Runner kind of way, I was disappointed that it was hung out as a subplot with little connection to where the film ultimately headed. Also, in the second half, the story leaves the ground and takes place largely in the skies. Though still beautiful and well painted, the 3D was far less impressive in the skies. I felt a lot of these sky shots needed the eyes a lot further apart, and perhaps that's a conversion limitation. This was a post-converted 3D movie. But the stereo wow factor that the cities provided largely disappeared in the second half, and combined with a plot that went from intriguing to predictable, this movie kind of ended with a meh. Not terrible, not offensive, not ugly, just to the point and predictable. Now, having said that, for the good half alone, I consider this movie a must-have or a must-watch in 3D. I suspect a lot of the negativity this film got had to do with just the end, and this movie has a lot more to offer than just its end. Also, can you imagine how good of a toy line this would have made? These would have been some awesome toys.